G'day, I'm Kevin Young. I'm Australia's most successful property investor, but I started out poor, and I'm constantly being asked, how do you do it? How do you get there? You ask me, I'll give you the solutions. Between us, we'll make you wealthy.
Hey guys, I'm Roxy. I'm helping Kevin today, and we've got a question from Jason from Queensland, and he's based it on an episode that he saw earlier, episode 77, and that was about protecting property from divorce and outcomes and capital gains tax. He wants to know, is it advisable to place the siblings' name down on their title deeds as 1% ownership at the time of purchase in order to avoid capital gains tax when the parent passes on?
A couple of answers in that question, or a couple of questions as well in that question.
Yeah.
First of all, no one can go on the title deed until they're 18 anyway. By putting the names, if they are over 18, on the title deed, it's going to hinder him going forward and the siblings going forward, because every time they go for a loan for another property, that bank is going to ask all of them to go guarantor on that loan, which is really going to restrict them all trying to move forward. So it's going to handcuff them all to each other, so I wouldn't recommend it. The other thing is that when you go to court, in my case, I had a trust and I had my mum and my dad in it, my cat and my dog to water down my wife's share. And the judge said, I'm not interested in all that. She's entitled to half of it. And we ended up with an amicable divorce. So I don't know this contrived thing would get through the courts anyway, but I'm not a legal practitioner. I can't advise you there, so get legal advice on that one. On the idea of capital gains tax, the shot is with your siblings is to educate them while you're alive that when you die and you do pass these things on, tell them, don't sell. If you don't sell, you don't have any capital gains tax. Simply live off the increased value all the time, borrow that, it's tax-free,
Yep.
and have a great time. So this is why the rich got richer in England, by the way, and had those big, huge castles, because they just simply passed it down from generation to generation to generation, each generation building higher and higher on the previous. So the answer there is don't sell.
Okay, great. Thanks, Kevin, for answering that. If you know someone that's going through a divorce, be sure to share it with them and share the knowledge that Kevin shared today.
Well, Roxy, I've got to say, the people I feel sorry for is not the people in my circumstance. It's the people who've only got one house and perhaps one investment property or a block of shares. And when they divorce, they've got to sell that. Really, really diminishes their assets.
Yep.
And they're probably looking at 20 years left of life before they have to retire. It's very hard for them to get up and start building and get that snowball rolling down the hill. So they're the people I feel sorry for. But the answer there is build as many assets as you can. And if you do have to have a divorce, at least it's a painless divorce that you can both part and move on up the ladder instead of back down there on the bones of your bum.
Yep. All right. Thanks, Kevin. See you next week.